Welcome to the third installment in our Night of the Walking Dead series on Davingthrow, a tabletop RPG podcast. So far, while trying to find their way out of an eerie swamp, our heroes fought a carnivorous swamp beast of great size, encountered strange gypsies who read them a chilling fortune, and found a truly odd young man named Luke who decided to follow the party after leaving his cabin. If you haven't already, you may wish to listen to the first two installments in the series for the full experience so far. Last we left off, the party escaped the unsettling swamplands, but entered into a strange village where a funeral proceeding for one Jeremiah Degree had begun. Strangely enough, the man named Jeremiah didn't seem ready for the afterlife quite yet. Please be forewarned. Some language, themes, and humor may at times be offensive to some and is not suitable for the young or faint-hearted. Listener discretion is advised. Without further ado, please enjoy this episode in our Night of the Walking Dead series on Davingthrow, a tabletop RPG podcast. Alright, this is Dave, your DM. Welcome back, everybody. So last time we had our adventurers lost in a swamp. The mists had surrounded them, and they had a bit of some trouble, but with some clever thinking, including speaking with owls and finding a raft, they were able to move through. They fought some of the local fauna, such as a very large alligator, and eventually came across they came across some gypsies. Where they had been given a rather terrifying prophecy, about the blood being on their hands should they not help a village known as Marais de Tarascon. Eventually, the gypsies departed when our adventurers fell asleep. Moore, who was keeping watch, seemed to have trouble actually keeping awake, almost like something was making him sleep. But eventually, the adventurers found civilization. Along the way, they had met a strange young man who they believed to be known as Luke, who doesn't say much, and when he does speak, it doesn't tend to be very coherent.
We're good.
Yeah, so let's go around the table. We have Bevan Simri here, and Bevan, he is a brave human bard. We have the human fighter known as Alaska Thunder, who is a bit of a I don't know, would princess be the correct term? Doesn't like to really get her hands dirty unless she's in a combat. So
I think it's the feet you don't like getting dirty, right?
Yeah.
Mainly.
Right. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
We'll say that.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We have Gail Lamar, the elf druid, who has made fast friends, it seems, with an owl from the swamp. He has been using his magic to communicate with it. And finally, we have Moore, who is a half-orc cleric who was originally on a quest to avenge his wife's death. He avenged her by striking the killer. Decapitation. You guys were all out to get this guy and return with a bounty, and right now you're not really sure how to get back. But
Do we still have that dude's head?
Yeah.
Who's got it? They probably smell.
yeah, he
Ain't
did.
me. Not me. Alaska got no head.
Oh my god. Alaska's head's too small. Oh, don't say that. It's just cold.
Oh.
Oh, is that what it is? It's shrinkage?
Well then. All right. So I guess aren't we at this town by now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
It's a friendly town. They're very talkative folk.
yeah, you all came to the town with Luke following you. And then it
And
appeared.
we witnessed the coffin.
Yes,
right?
and you were there. to see what appeared to be a funeral proceeding, but the coffin is moving quite a bit and banging, and the priest insists that the dead rests, and the people of the town seem to be wincing at the bangs from the coffin, but are trying their best to ignore it. What do you do?
Well, as long as the coffin's still holding, I guess we're fine. Just
I don't overly
show
wanna,
our respects.
I just don't overly want to go over there because I know something's gonna jump out.
Yeah, if I recall correctly, it was me and
I went over.
you went over and I always forget the name. Devin.
And old Luke
They're
hasn't
close to the
reacted
crowd.
even to the...
Yeah, I wanted to be in with the crowd but not draw attention.
I'm staying out, like on the outside
Yeah,
of the
and
crowd.
I was as well, way out there.
Yeah, you are out there.
Even the shaking of the coffin and the whole what's going on hasn't phased Luke at all.
Luke continues to stare into the distance.
I get to stand beside the weirdo? Great.
You get to babysit.
Great. First the raft, now him.
Yes.
Fuck you all.
So you guys are just going to pretty much watch then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just trying to, I'm trying to pick up any like information that I could hear from the crowd
Okay.
without drawing attention to myself.
Isn't that like a
Because we don't
roll?
know if that's gonna be like a good thing or a bad thing, like what he's doing.
Yeah.
There's a big bag of dice on the table. It's black.
So, hey Luke, these
Yeah.
friends of yours?
What?
Well, this is mine. Where's the? Oh, it's over here.
Oh, I can see it.
He's
Yeah.
just
But
staring
like,
off.
what you can do is you can say like, I want to do a thing check, and then like you can go down here. I want to do a perception check. I want to do a deception check. I want to.
The lantern he holds illuminates the bottom surfaces of his face.
You know what might be fun? A good way to get the villagers' attention?
What?
Take the lantern away from Luke.
Oh my god.
Oh.
And leave Katie to babysit, or leave Moore to babysit.
Hey guys, hate to interrupt, but... Ah! Now that we've got your attention,
Did you actually do that, or did you?
I'd probably not.
Okay.
I discussed it openly in front of him just to see if anything gets him to react, but... So we got a bunch of villagers who don't want to talk to us. We got a Luke who doesn't seem capable of talking to us. We've got a bird that we can talk to, though. That's pretty sweet.
Perception,
But you won't know
Yeah,
what
just
the hell's going
like
on
if,
in here.
if it rolls with your character, you can say like, I want to. You can use my perception to like fill in the blanks.
He probably knows if there's like good rats here or something.
Okay.
The owl, yeah.
So as your group is waiting around, you're listening for any sort of conversation between the not the congregation, but a congregation might be one way to
The group.
the phrase the town
The
folk.
mob.
You don't really hear. They're very silent. You maybe hear one or two short titters, but nothing you can really hear. So
The first person that I noticed titter, I'll say to them, I noticed you titter. Is there something amusing? Is this something that you see every day? A coffin shaking as if the dead were trying to force their way back into the world of the living?
he says it's quite rude to talk during a funeral.
Pound it. Pound it.
So this is a funeral, but the coffin's moving. I can tell you where I come from, that doesn't usually happen.
He says our town has had trouble. Please just be patient. I can talk to you afterwards. And the coffin is loaded onto a mule-drawn cart, which begins up the hill towards the cemetery, and the crowd begins to follow.
Oh, I thought they were burying the coffin.
At this point, it seems like the man is a little more willing to. He kind of looks to you and says, "Who are you?"
I'm Bevan.
You're very strange.
Yes, I get
Yes.
that a lot.
A strange way of talking.
So do you. I can tell you what's not so strange where I come from, though. When people die and are put in coffins, the coffins don't usually move around. It's interesting.
Yes, well,
Does that happen all the time here?
roll a charisma persuasion check, if you could.
13.
Hey, that's an unlucky number.
It's a little bit,
Thirteen's my lucky
persuasive.
number.
Maybe I'll find something I don't want to
Yeah,
hear.
it's a morbid number.
It was Friday the 13th this month.
Well, he says, sadly, there's been quite a few people falling dead, and many of them do not stay that way for very long.
Bad juju.
What has made them fall dead? You got bandits around here.
I can't say.
Mm.
We're not sure.
We killed some pretty nasty bandits, so if you got a bandit problem, we are your people.
I do not know you.
I don't know you either,
Yeah.
but I trust myself.
Your
You can trust me too.
your appearance at this time is very strange. And he says, and he kind of says, "Good day," and continues on along the way. The people in general, they're kind of giving you odd glances. All
These
you-
people are not very friendly.
especially you, more. They're giving you very odd
That's
glances.
why
In
I
fact, you see one person kind of, kind of whisper in somebody's ear about you.
That's why I just try to stay out
I
of.
think they like you.
Am I still walking around with the owl on my shoulder?
Probably.
We were just kind of back a little bit.
No, but I think I still have the owl on my shoulder.
How are they reacting to the owl?
I have a very.
Do you want the owl to be there?
I think we when we left off, I think the owl was like taking a rest
Sure.
on my shoulder.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Roll an animal handling check if you would.
Uh,
It should be one of your,
20?
your first skills, yeah. And
Yeah.
roll 20 and add the bonus number beside animal handling.
oh good
Oh my God.
lord.
It's not that bad.
How much
Uh,
damage does an owl's claws do?
13. There we go.
Okay.
Can't you mention that?
Sure. It's on your shoulder at the moment.
Jill had me do most of her.
And yes, some people actually are kind of giving your owl odd glances too. The coffin is still shaking and banging, but the priest is you see him just ahead, waving his holy symbol over the box, and he says, "Jeremiah, be still." And eventually, the procession arrives at the cemetery gate. A man who appears to be perhaps the cemetery keeper directs the group towards an open vault. And as you enter in, you see that this cemetery, there's no buried graves. It seems to all be mausoleums,
Oh, that's great.
stone mausoleums,
I'd
and
rather than be in a mausoleum.
If they're undead, they can get out of it.
above ground crypts.
Not really.
Not really. Have you
Yeah,
seen any
harder.
scary movies when they rise up from the ground?
The attendants slide the coffin inside and quickly seal the vault. Then, without a word, the crowd turns around and proceeds down to the village. Back to the village.
You can go and priest talk to those priests or something. Maybe you can say some special priest words and they'll be, oh cool, I can talk to you.
Sure. Let's give it a shot.
I guess we were just still hanging around in the town square. We didn't really follow. Right?
Oh, you didn't?
You should
Okay.
just be like, gods,
Yeah.
eh?
Yeah.
Wouldn't they great?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess we're just looking around. I don't know.
Okay.
Just chilling.
I don't want to
chilling.
be the one following. Who followed?
Yeah, I'm watching the boat.
Okay. So you were talking to. You will talk to the man in the cloth, man of the cloth.
The one that was talking?
Yes.
Or, okay.
Is that the one you like to speak to?
Might as
Are
well.
there more?
No,
Let's
there's,
talk to
there's
the
only
man
one
in charge.
visible currently.
Okay. So do I do persuasion or charm or?
Go up to him and well, what are you gonna say? How are you gonna approach him?
I'm gonna approach him as nicely as I can.
Okay, so you're
As
putting on airs.
non-threatening as I can.
Okay. I'm just picturing more just the way he is. He kind of sarcastically puts his hands up in the air and I'm not gonna hurt you, almost making a show of how stupid
No.
it is.
No.
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
not like that. He's more just
Right. Okay.
the show in his face. I don't know.
All right.
So, what was this all about? Why was it banging?
That coffin's a rockin'. No.
Don't throw it back. Oh god. I know what these people are into.
No,
I don't want any part of it.
He says,
Yeah.
well,
Well, that's good. That's cool. So huge ones of peanut.
he seems a little bit
I'm
taken
a-
back by you. It does seem like he saw you during the procession, but he's very surprised that
I
you're
make sure that my
Yeah.
my holy symbol is
Okay.
visible,
sure.
so that he
Okay.
knows that I am
Right.
also a holy person.
It's like Superman of the Cross.
Yeah.
Oh, we've had some troubles. We've had some troubles. Perhaps meet me back down at my church at the bottom of the hill. We can talk more in private.
All right.
My name is Father Brucian.
You may call me Moore.
Moore. You. It is interesting to meet you, Moore.
I just thought of
He
that song.
walks down and he kind of walks ahead of you and is kind of just appears to perhaps be giving his what do you call it, regards to some of the people in the village on the way back.
I think that priest might like to get to know you more.
Oh my god.
Kill me. All right.
No, they're into little boys, not giant men.
Oh Jesus.
I should go hide then.
You are a pretty boy.
Pretty elven boy.
Galamar gives Moore a weird look.
We're not there.
So anyone who went up to the hill returns to the bottom of the hill. What is everyone doing?
I'm
assuming you're going to
following
the
the
church.
father.
Okay.
The priest has a date with the father.
And his son.
I guess we're
The Holy
supposed to
Spirit.
just mingle with the friendly folk of the village.
I'm in the dock area if there's
You
a dock
mean
area,
the
or
Holy
like this
Spirit.
water side, whatever you want to call it.
Mm-hmm.
the
With the boat.
wayside.
Oh yeah. Okay. Sort of.
However, I don't know what
It's
the visual
basically
looks like.
muck.
Exactly. So
Yeah,
like
so
I'm
you're
just
standing
kind
in
of,
the muck.
I'm not staying in the muck, but
You're
I'm standing
standing-
as close as possible to the boat.
While keeping your feet dry. You're just kind of watching it as well. Though.
Yeah.
Okay. So you enter the church. I take it, Moore.
Yes.
Okay.
I do like a holy
Okay.
hand thing. I don't know what.
Sort of like
Like a sign of the cross, like when
yeah.
you're doing the gospel.
Yeah, like
whatever
If we hear
tears would
screams from
be
the
is
church,
what you're
you
doing.
should
Okay.
probably
Yeah.
go and take a look.
If we hear screams from the church,
Well, that's where the half-orc went.
you think they're gonna kill
Got
the
it.
half-orc?
Maybe bits of it.
Would we, me or I always forget the names.
Galamar.
Galamar. Would we know that they went in the church, or at least you went in the church? Would we have seen it in the
Yeah.
church?
You guys.
I came back and told
Yeah.
you that.
Okay.
The church, basically where you guys saw the funeral, the church was right there. So like anyone who's waiting down the bottom of the hill anyway would see them go back
Okay.
in. Yeah.
So just want to clarify before things happen.
Yeah. You come in. It's a fairly modest looking chapel. There's enough pews for the people of this town, but that's not many.
Can I see what like god or deity they worship here?
You see on the wall.
Because I should be able to know since I'm a priest.
You see on sort of where the cross would be in a Christian church. You see what appears to be a silver shield with a long sword on it and a sprig of belladonna.
So what?
You can roll a religion check if you'd like.
Good old rules.
Ooh, 17 plus 3, 20.
Ooh, well, it bears resemblance to some other deities, but symbols, but you don't actually recognize this one. And it appears there's stained glass that seemed to appear to be showing some sort of a progressive story, if you will, in terms of the way they're juxtaposed from the door to the.
May I ask the priest what the story is on the stained glass?
He says, "This is. You have not heard of Our Lady of the Mists, Ezra.
Oh.
She is our guide and she is our protector. She protects us from the darkness of our world."
So what's going on with the moving coffins then?
Well, I need to know a bit about you first. I think that's only fair. You are a guest here, and You are a stranger. You come asking questions. Please tell me something about yourself. I've introduced myself. I am Father Brucian. I am a priest of this church, and I have lived in this town the majority of my life.
Well, I am Moore. I'm a cleric.
Oh, I am a cleric too.
I worship my goddess, a god.
Tears of God. He doesn't say that, but yes, tears of God.
Yeah, the priest corrects. Cheers to
You're
God.
really
Good cleric.
I do not recognize your
My-
symbol.
I worship the god Tyr, and
Justin's missing one hand, the whole deal.
Well, and what brings you here?
strange mists, I'm afraid.
That is a very vague story. Is there anything more you can give me?
Well, my companions and I were trying to get rid of some bandits that were of trouble to a town.
Is it
Really?
Karamin?
Is
Is that the
it
town?
Baron?
The
Barony, I think. It was a
Barony?
Baron.
Karamin was the guy,
it's
right?
basically the entire countryside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We killed the leader, and as soon as that happened, we were surrounded by mists, and now we don't even know where we are. What?
You've gotten lost.
Yes.
Well, this is the town of Marais de Tarascon, in the land of Suragna.
Do I know where that is?
No, you've never heard of either of those things before. And I am surprised to see well, you were very
Half
strange.
orc.
Half orc. What is a half orc?
I'm half human, half orc.
I have never heard of this orc. I thought you were a Caliban.
No. What? Wait, what's a Taliban?
A Caliban.
Oh, what's a Caliban?
You've never heard of it.
Yeah.
You never heard of it.
I don't know what that means.
Well, you can always try and find out. Well, welcome. You've come at quite a strange time. I do warn you that you and your group will be subject to quite a bit of suspicion.
That is quite alright, I understand.
It is an unusual time for such strange folks to arrive.
Well, if you are in need of blades, we can.
Well, perhaps you can talk to the constable. He might be interested in having such help. He's a bit overwhelmed right now with everything that's going on.
Sure, we can do that. Is there any place that we can rest?
Well, you could do that at the Full Moon Inn.
Oh, the Full Moon Inn.
It is. You probably saw it coming in, and you guys actually did see a big building, which appeared to be an inn coming in.
Right.
Yes. Well, what I can tell you more, and thank you for being so open with me. Villagers
I see no point in lying to you, Father.
Villagers have been dying quite suddenly. Even those who appeared strong and healthy a moment before. The first such death was about 3 weeks ago. Field worker named Hogarth. Only minutes after falling dead, he rose again.
That doesn't sound good.
I always seal the coffins now, as I did the one you just saw. Is there anything else I can do for you?
What happens when they rise?
They
Drool myself.
become violent, and they attack the nearest living.
Oh no.
We're not there.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just eating jelly.
So do they infect them? Or just kill them?
It's like Resident
I do not believe they carry an infection, but such a thing could be possible.
I'm curious as to how such a thing started.
Yes, I as well. Well,
I don't have anything else to say. Sorry.
well, may Ezra protect you. in these strange times,
To be
traveler.
with you.
Yes, thank you. And he appears to go into a back room, probably an office or something along those lines. Well, before he leaves, he just says, if you need anything else, the church is open during the day. Do not bother me during night unless it's an emergency.
Quite a stern warning there.
And he goes away.
Okay.
What's happening?
So I return to the rest of the
Well,
group.
so while you were doing that, so
Oh,
that was
okay.
probably a good few minutes. So what are the rest of you doing while
Oh.
Moore's at the
I
church?
was just hanging around.
I was
We
sitting-
We were just waiting.
I'm gonna do a perception check to see if I would have noticed on myself the inn. Like,
On
would I
yourself,
have noticed?
Ian?
like,
Are you under it like the
no,
Wicked Witch?
No, like no. Would I have noticed that there is an inn?
Yes, you noticed there was an inn.
So that's just a given. All right, because then I would have been at the inn.
Okay. As soon as you can put
It's
up
a
your feet,
given.
you will.
It's a nice. It's a given. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So generally speaking, it is we know automatically that whenever there's an inn available, you will be at the inn.
I didn't say that all the time, but I mean,
Okay.
in this case.
Well, if she went off there, I would have probably followed and started performing for monies.
Yes.
Okay.
And he can sashay.
Do a perform check.
What?
Oh God damn it! 6. roll the 1.
Okay. So you're plucking away at your loot, but you loot, right?
Yeah.
But you hit a few wrong chords, and if people weren't already kind of giving you rude looks,
Yeah.
they seem to be kind of being visibly annoyed now. Like,
Look, I'm
What?
sorry. I've never played for a bunch of people.
I
Seem to think that it's perfectly okay that their people die and start shaking the coffin.
I see the commotion and I think I must
Instead
fix
of-
this performance
so
situation.
shaking
That was
So
my
then
charismatic
I-
response to the heckler.
Then I go up and I try to like
Instead of
perform
robbing the
out
cradle
of
and
his
shaking
like
the
you
coffin.
know.
okay, so
Everyone-
you guys are in the inn then.
Yeah.
Okay, so just to describe the inn,
These two
it's
trucks.
it's a large 2-story building with an attached stable. There is the sign post in front has a nicely painted full moon, and it says below full moon inn.
Try some.
And you come in. There's not many people in there, but there's
I like this jelly.
there's a few.
Can I just have a cup full?
And they kind of get a little but anyway, so sorry.
I imagine the way that,
Testy.
based on that, then he just kind of walks in and starts going up to the stage area or whatever you want to call it, like the
there's
open
sort
area.
of there's sort of a clearing where he can kind of
Yeah.
step up on like a
And then
crate.
he just
Love to
starts
see this.
doing this, and then it kind of breaks apart. And then I'm like,
I
oh,
sang
this
the
is
wrong song.
this is like I see it's going bad. So then all of a sudden I like kind of like start like hyping up him and like doing all that kind of stuff that you would imagine.
So like cheering for him kind of thing.
yeah,
Like
but
an
just kind of
MC?
like kind of an MC, but like distracting from how bad it was for a second to like bring the crowd back on into our side.
Okay,
kind of
do-
one of those
do-
like
do a
RuPaul's
pers-
song
Okay.
Do a
cover.
persuasion check with
would it be persuasion or
disadvantage.
performance?
Are you performing?
It would be kind of like a performance of like an M, like a hype. Kind
Is that
of,
something that your
Yeah.
character?
yeah,
sure,
that's
sure.
kind of like
sure.
half the job of a.
Sure, okay.
So then,
We'll be learning a lot about.
14 plus.
So two rolls. I need a disadvantage on this one.
Okay, so that's a 14 plus 4, so 18. That's
Is that both? Is that the lower roll?
No, that's
oh
the-
no,
You have to
oh
roll
just
again,
Spanish.
so
Yeah.
So 17 would be the lower one.
Okay. Well. Okay. You do that, and people seem to kind of be more entertained by you now, and they seem kind of they seem like they think you're quite strange. They have like kind of like furrowed, kind of half raised brows, but you kind of this way. You're kind of creating this interesting spectacle that they haven't seen before, and they're oddly fascinated and taken by what you're doing.
Alright. And then at that point, I just like kind of settle down.
I say, and presenting Alaska.
no, that was the yes.
Please take the stage, and I get down.
Yeah, like I'll allow you to kind of go step away gracefully, and then at that point, I just kind of walk away.
Can I see the? Are you doing this for any money, or are you just kind of doing this?
No, but I do
No,
get.
PHP.
Oh, my character gets free food and stay at inns.
Okay.
So that's just basically like that's my performance, whatever you want to call it. And then at that point, I kind of break it up and then
Okay.
work my continue on.
We'll continue on where?
Just like not performing, just like
just not.
I was saving us from a rowdy crowd. and then
Like
get-
going to get a drink, going to get a room, going
Yeah, probably
to sit
like,
down and rest.
Go get a drink and food or something, and just
Put your
like
feet
yeah,
up. Okay.
and just be like, hey, I just performed, so like therefore I get
Okay.
the.
Jamie, hey.
What was Gail Lamar doing this time?
I was sitting outside, still kind of around the area like of the boat.
Where's Luke this whole time?
Oh yeah, shit. I guess I'm with him.
Well, no, Luke would have been with.
Yeah,
Bevan.
I've been dragging Luke around.
Yeah.
You wanna come with me? He screwed up my performance actually.
That's what it was, and I saved it. Yeah, there
It
you
was,
go.
it was just dead. The performance was dead because
Yeah.
like Luke's dead.
So I was waiting kind of like further away from the church, waiting for more because I didn't want to go in the inn yet. And
Yep. So you just wait the entire time.
Just
That's
waiting.
fine. Okay. So eventually more comes out, more you come out, and you see Gail Lamar there waiting for you.
And I'm gonna ask more. What did the priest tell you?
The priest said that this started 3 weeks ago. This
Okay.
whole undead rising thing.
Did he say what happens when they rise?
They kill the people.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Fortunately, though, they do not infect the people, as far as he knows.
So then why do they rise? If they're not infected?
And why would you think that he would infect them?
Like zombies, they bite, they infect, they make new zombies.
I've never heard stories like that.
Generally speaking, the zombies of your world are more created by necromancers or just an evil curse.
Okay.
It's not so much a contagion, usually
Yeah.
speaking. That's okay. That's okay. You would have known. So yeah.
Okay, well,
So it's
well
okay.
then.
You never said that. It's
I
fine.
never said
It's fine.
Okay, so I'm asking you,
that. Yeah.
why would the dead rise?
The father doesn't know, as it seems.
And it just suddenly started happening 3 weeks ago?
Yes.
Too much yeast.
And did he tell you anything else? Anything about this area?
He
If
said
we're
that it
close to
was
him?
the. Oh God, I can't remember the place.
He said if one of you guys want to write it down, the village you are in is known as Marais de Tarascon.
That's the place that we were trying
So
to find.
Marais,
M-A-R-A-I-S.
and then space D''Tarascon.
Tarascon.
In the land of Suranya. I'll give it to you. It's Souragne.
G-A-N-E?
Souragne. Yeah.
Surang.
This is the place that the gypsy
Suragni.
In like this universe, clearly that's very French-like. Is it not French in the universe? Like, is it just common and that's common words kind of thing?
Oh, that's an interesting question.
Yeah.
We probably wouldn't have heard any names like
yeah,
that.
these names seem strange to you. You wouldn't know what French is, obviously, but
Yeah.
it's maybe different than what you've heard.
It's like an extension of the
Before.
language that you just haven't encountered before, but it would
Possibly,
be the same
yeah.
language.
Yeah. And these people speak with a bit of an accent and a bit of unusual way as well, but
Okay.
they do speak your language.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is what, like common?
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Or is it called common in Dungeons and Dragons?
Yeah,
Yeah.
generally speaking, common. Yeah.
English.
Or the trade tongue or something like that. It depends on.
Alright, so yeah.
So anyway,
I say this is the place that the gypsy warned us about.
I think the gypsy said to save
seems
this
to
place
be.
or something. Something about blood and
Yeah, save it.
this place and
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
things in our
So-
hands and.
We have two options. We stay and try and figure out what the hell's going on. Or we leave. Because it's not our problem.
Why don't we ask the bird what to do?
Don't call me a bird. No. By the way, I'm not here. I'm in the bar.
Aren't we?
You're not here.
no,
Oh,
these
we're
two are
outside.
out by the
We're
They're like
church.
outside.
out the
sorry,
door.
sorry.
They're like
okay.
outside
I
the door.
think we should
Yeah.
help them. Because that is what the good man does.
Liquid man?
A good man. A good man.
I heard a liquid man as well.
I heard liquid man.
I said good man.
Liquid Man. It's like Aquaman. It's like the knockoff version of Aquaman.
H2O.
Liquid Man.
Half-orc of the swamps. He tries to feed owls and they don't like him. He tries to control owls and they don't like him.
Liquid.
All right.
So we should stay and help them. Is that
Yeah.
what you've decided?
That's my opinion.
By the way, who is actually holding the head? I'm just curious.
Me?
It's in a sack,
I
obviously.
believe it was
Yeah,
you.
because
I
you
believe.
cut it off and you
Yeah.
were like, "This is mine."
And you once jokingly said, "I'm going to throw it out into the swamp," and we're like, "No," and then you didn't. So
Yeah.
you're the last.
No, I wish I had him because it's all rotten.
No, it's a reward. You know, that's part of that's the request.
I don't want to get like what was it? What's gangrene?
You're not gonna
No,
get gangrene.
it's in a bag.
No.
It's in a bag.
Well, didn't a Viking die from like having a
It would be-
decapitated head? Like
No.
not.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
You would
1,000
only.
ways to die.
What the hell? No, you can only get gangrene if like.
I don't know if it's gangrene. It's something from the mouth. Because it's got in the mouth. It's filthy.
You don't get gangrene from the mouth.
Well, I don't know what it's called. It was the first thing that came to my head.
or from his head.
You could get prion disease.
Oh, dude, it's gonna rise. It's gonna try.
Oh,
to
that'd
bite.
be
It's
amazing!
gonna bite you within a few minutes.
That would be amazing. Yeah, but I'm not here, so I'm not here.
I'm just thinking this in the bar. Like, yeah, that
Can I
head's
throw
gonna.
away the head?
Yeah, we're like, wait, would you know about the zombies at this point? Well, we would have seen the thing and we'd be theorizing. We don't know the actual truth yet, so we're just we're
Right.
probably
We're just
at the
thinking,
bar,
I bet
brainstorming
I
away.
bet the head's gonna bite the.
Are you
other.
guys talking about this out loud? I'm just curious.
Yeah, probably. Like we're at the bar eating, drinking and eating, and it's just like I wonder where we are, kind of stuff like that. Yeah.
I'm going to
Put,
slyly,
a silver
stealthily.
on within the
Toss the
next
head
day.
into the
So
Yeah.
the head.
Okay. Okay, you
takes a
can
bite
do
out of
that.
the orc.
Yeah.
And then what
That
would you
fun.
two like to do?
I would like.
Meet up with the other two.
I would like to hunt for food.
Oh.
Cause I'm. Or unless the inn. Do I get free?
No, only I do.
What the? Fuck?
That's just because I'm a performer. You're a performer as well.
Technically, Johnny
Yeah.
could
Yeah,
give
so
us
you get
the
free food as
but-
well. Right?
Oh no, I am a bard, so I'm.
Oh,
I
so
don't-
you're
I
not
don't-
actually
I
a
don't have that
performer.
trait.
Yeah,
for the
okay.
thing.
You might be able to make enough money to perform
Yeah.
for your meal if you can roll high enough.
I'm gonna go hunt
I've got
for
money.
food.
All right. Roll survival, please.
Here we go. Here's my one. It's a 4.
Wait a minute. With your background, do you just get it for free? I'm trying
Yeah,
to
I
remember.
thought she got it for free.
Yeah, I'm just thinking a swamp isn't always the well.
Maybe a disadvantage.
A druid of the swamp. Nature is nature.
No, you're able.
What would I even pair it with?
No, you're able to wrestle up a
Wrestle.
Crawdad.
a crawdad. Yeah, pretty much.
Yes.
18 rats.
Just a crawdad.
Oh,
Bring
idiot
that
crawdad.
tonight.
Wait,
Yeah, I thought they were
do I
bigger.
need to feed the owl? I think I need to feed the owl.
Yeah, you do.
So wait, do I have to like roll to feed the
Yeah,
owl?
you have to roll to feed the owl.
Okay.
Well, wait a minute. If it's enough to provide for you and your companions, you're just able to wrestle enough food. It depends on do you want to provide for your entire group or just you and the owl. It
I
just
mean, these two are already eating.
Yeah.
the longer you take, the longer you'll be gone, or the more you want to get longer you'll be gone. So.
Okay, I guess so. Now that we know that,
Right.
so before I go hunt, I guess I would ask Moore if he wants food, if he wants like game, or if he wants to go get a meal at the inn.
If I don't have to pay, sure, I'll get next time.
Like, which one are you more into?
All right.
Okay, so then I guess I'm getting food for me, the owl, and Moore.
Okay, so it'll be about half an hour.
I am
Remember
very-
for future reference that you have memory of like map and terrain, because that would have been relevant probably before with the.
Yeah.
Only. Oh, right. Like when you guys.
But I
went-
don't think it would have
Yeah.
been too relevant
I know magic and.
because we couldn't see anyways. The fog was there.
I think you were talking about before though.
Yeah.
Like when you
Well,
guys were
just in
first hunting
general.
bandits.
In
Okay.
general.
Yeah.
Remember that.
Yeah,
No, that's fair.
she would have a memory of where we traveled. She wouldn't know beforehand. I think it's just
Unless
like,
I've been there before or seen him out.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah. So
Okay, so you two are back. Did you order some drinks and food?
Yeah, just next time you want to perform, let me hype up the crowd first, and then maybe I'll give you a proficiency roll or whatever it's called.
Deal.
bonus.
A bonus roll because I'm hyping up the crowd before the performance.
Jesus.
Hype man, yo.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do
Hype-
some lip
hype
sync.
queen.
Have you guys
Music.
asked
Oh
for
my
rooms or what are you doing exactly?
Hunter.
I wrote foot.
I think at this point we would probably just be sitting around and drink because we don't know what's happening
Drink,
with
so-
the
Yeah,
priest yet.
I'm just eating and sitting around talking. If you said there's like 2 people in there, right? I'm assuming they're keeping to themselves, right?
Yeah, there's a server, there's a barkeep, and there's like 3 people in there. So for a mug of ale, it's 4 copper. So subtract however many mugs you would like to drink. And if you'd like
I'll
to,
go up to the bar and I'll say 2, and I'll give him a silver, and you can keep the change.
how about you? Are you gonna ask for anything?
I was gonna talk to the server, just because questions and such.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, and then I come back and drop one of the cups
Nice.
for
Okay,
the
so,
Alaska.
so you ask the server what exactly? Sorry, Johnny.
Oh, I was just gonna start asking you some exploratory questions.
Oh my god.
Okay.
They're like
What would be the first of your?
So I would say like, well, I'll say like, hello,
Peanuts.
I'm Alaska. What's yours?
Oh, hello. I'm Lilin.
Is it a guy or a girl?
It is a girl.
Chocolate
we
covered
are
at least.
joined in the circle of chocolate.
Lillian, you have an inn here. Does that mean you get a lot of travelers?
He's a DM.
Oh, occasionally. There's people that come to our town for trade and whatnot, from other villages and from the city.
Is there a larger city near here?
That would be Port Delure in the north of here, up the Trista Pass.
Is it an easy travel by road or?
Fairly easy. And then she says, looking out the window, but I don't know if now would be a good time to travel, as the storm clouds have not seemed to have receded, but
We
become more menacing.
do have business elsewhere. What's the quickest route to
More
back
to.
to where we were before?
Oh.
With her head upside
Are
down.
you mean like our actual original place or?
Yeah, where we can bring the head.
What-
Are you asking the best way to get back to where you? I'm trying to remember where that was. It was Castle, I think Castle Winnow. So you ask about Castle Winnow.
In the barony of
Sure, she's gonna
Carmen or
Wait,
something.
Winnow?
She sits
Carmen
on top
or
of
something.
the bed and goes in her mouth.
I've never heard of such a place. You have traveled far. You must have gotten quite lost.
Can I just question general, not RP.
Out of character.
Is there our location? Like I was a traveler before, maybe not like as much as like map memorization, but
What?
Castle Caramon, is it in like a state environment, a country environment? Like what is it like?
It's near kind of a large town, but it is sort of out in the countryside a little bit.
But like
So-
I mean, like is it a part of the nation of whatever? Or
Okay.
is that the way the world is structured? Like, or is it a part of a
I'm trying to understand.
like a
your question.
country or something?
Oh yes. It's part of a larger country called Castle.
Okay, and would that country be known enough that I could assume anyone would know of the country?
Yes.
All right.
It's a fairly big country.
So then I would ask the server. I don't know. You remember the names of the
I
things?
want
I would say like,
Okay, yeah.
do you know of country?
Of Castle. No, madam. I've never heard of such a place.
Interesting. So
Is it in the core?
And I don't know these.
You don't know of any place referred to as the core.
As the core. Okay.
But she says it's somewhere on the mainland, presumably.
You're RPing with yourself at this point. I don't know any of this.
No, it is not. It is not.
Okay.
And she seems taken back. She says no. It's I don't know where you come from, but I've never heard of such a place.
Weird.
Yes, you are outlanders. That much was clear as soon as you stepped into the door.
Yes. These mists have taken us far, it appears.
Your clothes are so quaint and rustic. My goodness.
rustic.
Yes.
Who are you calling rustic?
Rust.
Well, I know. Jeez. I know this village is
Need
it's
to
not
go to-
nothing to sneeze at, but it's interesting to have you. I will say that.
Well, it's interesting to be here, isn't it?
Do you have any maps that we could take on our journey?
Look at the blood spot.
Maps.
Or is there anyone we could buy a map from?
Mordu probably has some maps. I imagine Father Brucian has a library as well.
I see.
Yes. Perhaps you could talk to Mordu.
Okay.
He might keep you there a while, and
He's a person. Mordu is a person.
yes.
Okay.
It'll probably keep us doing stuff.
Yes.
Can we
Thank you.
go now? No. More do.
Thank you very much.
So what were you doing more?
I was waiting for my
Yeah,
food.
so
So you're just standing around waiting
it's
outside.
like the major
I'm just
city's
kind of
also like
sitting,
more or
just
something.
observing,
Okay.
I was like,
Yeah.
what?
just seeing the people, seeing
Waiting for my food.
like seeing the storm clouds and everything. Just
So you're outside?
yeah, I'm just saying to myself, there, shit's gonna go down real quick. I can tell. They didn't listen to me about the frickin' swamp with the logs. Now there's this shit.
You're talking to yourself, by the way. Okay, it's just
Yes, I'm quite aware.
okay.
I mean, there's nobody else out there, so.
The
I'm
druids
just
are
saying, I'm
catching
saying it
squirrels
very. I'm
instead.
not saying it like loud. I'm not shouting it to the people.
There's one or there's the occasional passerby. You actually hear one child say, "Mommy, what's wrong with that person?" kind of pointing at. What's wrong with his face? And she's like, hush now, and then kind of hurries him along.
She dead.
This is what happens when you don't floss your teeth.
You don't flash your whole face.
All right.
This is what happens when you don't obey your parents.
Dun, dun, dun.
That's what I say to the kid.
Okay.
So at this point, I think we're just waiting for the return
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
food and
Yeah.
more to decide what they're doing.
Sure. So back to the inn. That little aside.
2 hours later.
So actually, my bad. You're actually talking to the server's name is Katha, and she's one of the first people that seems to actually be warming up to you guys a little bit. She's like, these people, they're strange, but they're okay folk. It seems they have no ill intentions, and she says, I have what strange happenings are occurring. What do you think?
I think that strange is a very light word
Yes.
to describe what's going on here.
Well, over a week ago, Francois, a local fellow, he fell dead right here in this common room.
Ooh.
Yeah, I was taking my break in the kitchen at the time, resting my weary feet near the
What
back
was he
door.
drinking?
We only have one type of ale. You get that or water.
Well, why did you give us some of that?
Yes, and she goes and brings you some, and she doesn't ask for anything from you. She says, by the way, Gerald, she kind of gestures to a rather standoffish bartender. She says, he said that your drinks and lodging are on the house. But he would like you to have a few more performances. Perhaps he can draw some more people to the inn in the next few days.
We know how well that went last time.
Well, we'll do it the right order the next time.
Yes. Well, she says as she comes back with the drinks. I remember just before people started hollering in the common room, and I got a whiff. It was an awful odor, awful smell. I've never smelled anything like it. And it was blowing in from outside.
Pork.
You know what it was like? It was like some kind of rotten meat. Not anything we serve here. I have a strong stomach, in fact, but I was just about to go outside to find out what could be causing the smell when the screams began. And then I saw Francois being carted off to be buried. You know, I forgot all about that awful odor until a few days ago when old Fiora mentioned that she smelled it too. I'd lock your door when you're sleeping tonight, if I was you. Everyone else in the village does now. Dave the DM here. I hope you've enjoyed this content so far. And if you have, don't forget to like our video and subscribe to our channel. You can also check us out on Facebook at fb.me/davingthrow and on Twitter at twitter.com/davingthrow. And keep updated on the newest episodes and other Daving Throw updates. Now, back to the show.
So wait, there was a smell, and then he died. Or this was after.
Yes, the smell occurred, and then he dropped dead, just like that.
Don't breathe. Don't smell.
Whoever smelt it.
Yes, be careful. Be careful, travelers. I'm sorry you had to come to our village in such a dark time.
Is there anywhere that we can buy cloth masks?
Yes.
Nose plugs?
Oh yes, Daruno's store. He sells all sorts of things. I'm sure you'll find it.
Specializes in things to not smell
Well,
stuff.
I don't know about that, but you could probably get pieces of cloth from him.
Okay.
You could go to the tailor, but I don't. You'd probably have to pay more.
Is this another more or?
I do not understand your reference.
Well, the first person used was more something, more do.
Moreau, more.
Oh, Mordu.
Is it Mordude's brother?
No. She seems kind of confused now.
That's less do.
Jesus. I laugh and I take a sip of the original ale. I don't care.
And another a man dressed in colorful clothing. He was kind of sitting on his own. He kind of sits down. Well, he kind of says, "May I sit with you too?"
Yes, you look like a friendly fellow. Maybe you could get some words out of our friend Luke here.
Oh, Luke's there too, yeah.
Because I'm not sitting alone with him.
Have you seen Luke, perhaps,
still outside.
in
still
the past?
outside.
I've not seen him in this state before. I'm a visitor myself, actually. I come to Marais de Triscon every so often.
So you've seen him, like, talking and stuff.
I think I've seen him talking before. Yes, I see many people talking.
This one in particular, he doesn't do that very much anymore.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that. And Katha says, "Well, Luke's been different lately. I'm surprised to see him with you, actually."
Katha looks in.
Where's my
He says
dad?
that Katha.
No, Katha, the
Like,
waitress
John.
is still there with you guys, or the bar, not the barmaid, but the server.
But she looks indifferent
I don't
now
know
that
if I
he's
could do
here.
Yeah.
She says he's
Free Wi-Fi,
he's
Wi-Fi.
been not himself lately.
Free
Luke.
fly for a Wi-Fi,
Yes.
that's his.
When did
Mine's
that
Bill
happen?
Wide is
Started
Spy.
happening.
I'm not sure exactly. Probably right around the time things started to go wrong, I'd say. I imagine he was traumatized by some of the recent events. In fact, the one of the deaths, I believe, happened on his family's plantation.
That? Ask if it was his brother.
What sort of a plantation do they have?
Oh well, they yield
This
they
one.
yield
Okay,
coffee
oh, wait.
and figs
No, that's his pastor.
and
This is the
rice.
Swamp coffee?
No,
Interesting.
just coffee.
Oh, just coffee. Really.
Yes. The plantation is not in the swamp.
Oh,
We are not in the swamp. We are near it.
I see.
all right. How far away is this plantation?
Oh, it's about an hour or two walk from here.
Well, when do you get off work, my dear?
Oh, why do you ask?
Oh, I was hoping for some company that could guide us to get this
Oh no,
unfortunate soul back to his family.
no, sir. I will not go there with you. I'm sorry. I do not. I do not want to go there.
Why don't you want to go there?
She starts to be a little more uncomfortable. She says, "It's."
Hold the nights, yeah.
I do not know you well enough, and it's considering some of the tragedy that has happened. I'd rather not. I think it's safest I stay here. I am not the type to be going on such adventures.
And I
think-
say the lady doesn't like you.
and I'm not sure. I'm not sure Luke. I'm not sure his family is there anyway.
Where would they be?
Well,
1, 8, and 1.
his brother is. I think a few people have seen him around recently.
Around the town?
Yes, but he has no other family left.
What time is it right now? Like in the game?
It's approaching kind of late afternoon now.
Am I back yet?
Yeah, so we'll switch back to you. You have wrestled up crawfish and what else? Some regular fish.
Catfish?
Yeah, catfish.
Crawdads.
And crawdads.
Crawdads.
Oh God.
So yeah, you
Let's
got it.
take them into the inn and see if they'll cook them for
The
us.
cracker was stuck in my mouth.
Sure.
That's racist.
Okay, you come in with some meat.
Would you like to eat this raw, or should we go cook it?
That's why I said we should go to the inn. Like, we should go inside the inn and ask if the chef can cook this for us.
All right.
So your
I
guys
would
are
go
like
for it,
starting to
but-
like yell at each other as you walk in the door. It's like, oh look who's here.
Traditional, just bickering back and forth. So I guess we go.
Well, if she was worried to travel like with the two of us, I'm sure she'll be comfortable traveling with us now.
Yeah. So anyways,
Big, strong man like my soul.
yeah.
I am bigger than all of you.
He's,
Yeah.
so who are you? So what are you doing?
It's not bad.
Moore and Gilmar, what are you doing? You were in the inn.
Disgusting.
You have meat.
So I guess we're going
We talked to the
up
barkeep.
to the
or
barkeep to see if anybody can cook our food for us. Otherwise, I'm going back outside and lighting a fire.
Says, yeah, I can do it. You'll have to pay something though.
Nope, going back outside.
Yeah.
I take my food. I don't know about you, Moore, but I'm taking my food.
For a
and
second
going
there, I
back.
thought you were taking mine too.
I'm sorry, where she comes from, she usually just walks into taverns with her food and has people prepare it for her.
Where
It's
I'm
really
from, there are
interesting.
no taverns. So I'm taking my food and going back outside and
Okay.
starting a fire and cooking.
Where are
it.
you starting a fire exactly?
I guess like by the outskirts.
Okay, so not directly in town.
No.
On the wall outside
Just
the tavern.
on the steps of the inn, like it burns the
So you're gonna take time to gather wood and whatnot.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just gonna be like, screw this.
So you're gonna be gone a while, just to let you know, if that's okay with you. Okay. So Moore, you
Just I'll throw him a couple
copper.
copper to make a stew out of them.
Yeah.
A seafood stew.
Yeah, 2 coppers should do it, and he
Do I even
kind
have
of
copper?
I do.
yells to the
I
person
don't.
back. You can always it's like change. You can always give him a silver, and he'll give you so many copper back. Yes.
I'll give him a silver.
Okay. He kind of looks at the. Oh, you give him a silver?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
Because I don't have a copper.
he gives you back 8 copper. He's kind of looking at the silver and kind of raising his eyebrows, and he puts it away. And he takes the meat from you and then takes it back into the some back room, probably the kitchen. And here the Katha seems she was with you when the other 2 came in, and kind
I'm
of
just sitting at the bar.
okay,
I'm outside.
kind of looking at Moore, and she says, "Anyway, I'm going to get back to work, but it was nice chatting with you."
Likewise.
I feel like Moore would crush any stool that he sits on in this place.
Yeah, probably.
You're only half orc. You're not even full orc.
I'm also like 270 pounds. Or what was it? What was the
You wrote it
amount?
down.
Yeah, we wrote it down somewhere.
I don't like this village. It's not very friendly.
270.
I like it. It has an inn.
I was like, plus muscle.
Somewhere I can sleep.
Yeah, but this is the same beer that the dead guy was drinking.
Beer will kill any. That's science.
If it's American beer, it's not going to kill anyone.
American beer is weak.
American beer is water.
It's like making love in a canoe.
Oh, so I mentioned to Moore
Fucking
like
close to water.
Yes. Mention to me.
I mentioned to Moore. You suck. No. We're not
well,
in.
technically, you're the one that
We're not
sucks.
in the equivalent of Kansas anymore. Whatever you want to call it.
Are you 2 eating, by the way? Are you?
I would probably stop eating by now. It's been a while, right?
Yeah. Did you pay for any food?
I was just drinking.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and then I kind of explained the whole. They don't even know our whole area.
Yeah, they seem confused.
And I share what
They
I
didn't seem to know any of the
learned.
songs that I was singing either. They're strange people.
Yeah.
'Cause they don't
That's
know your
why they
song.
didn't like
Can I have a
it.
cracker?
Yeah.
Roll a perception cracker check.
Yeah.
Rolls a 1. No, you can't have it.
No cracker.
You get a crumb.
Yeah. So your Moore is telling us about priest guy.
Priesthood.
So then I guess at the point when you're explaining the mist lady, I'm like, oh, mist lady. What more about that? You know more about that? Because that's very interesting. Wonder if you could go talk to him later and find out more about that. I'm not even doing it that funny. That hurts.
He actually meant more this time, more. He wasn't
Yeah.
trying to be more funny than usual.
Yeah.
More funny.
Find additional information on that. How's that? Don't punch me.
Duncan, there's an additional person with them if that influences what you do or don't want to share. Just so you know.
Yeah, because and then one of the things I would have explained to you is that we're clearly trapped in this town because of storms and
Well,
mists
I
and
can
stuff.
tell you that they've never heard of the god Tyr, which seems strange to me.
That makes sense and then I explain how we're not even in the same, like they don't even know the country or what the nation,
Castleoy.
the Castleoid? What?
Castaway.
Castleoy.
Castlee.
Castleoy?
Yeah, how do you pronounce it? Castleoy?
I'm saying, Castleoy.
Castleoy. They don't even know about Castleoy, and if they don't know about Castleoy, we're nowhere near.
Everybody knows about
Castleoy.
Castaway.
I know. So I don't think we're even in the same part of our universe because I assume, or whatever word you would use for greatest world universe
World.
region.
Empire?
Yeah.
Yeah, realm, plane.
Realm plane. Okay. I don't even know if we're in the same plane, if that's even possible.
Too many snakes in this goddamn
Snakes?
Maybe she could talk to him.
But he didn't give me too much.
We can go to a map maker. There's someone who has maps. What was his name? And I look over.
Mordu.
Mordu. Hey, Mordu! Is he your brother?
Does he do more?
Well, any
No.
more will do more than that more.
My moor is straight moor.
Well, get your head out of the gutter. I wasn't saying that.
Yeah. They always ask for more.
Well, yeah, because I always give some more.
Yes.
So what time is it now? In the game?
It's approaching dinner time, and more people appears to be locals are kind of coming in and gathering
Has
for
my food
drinks
come
and
to
food.
me yet?
Yes, your food has come to you, and it has strange spices that you have never tasted before.
See, this is why you cook your shit
Is it
outside.
like good spices or like bad spices?
That's a roll.
Well, that's an interesting question.
Isn't it insight or something?
Well,
Well,
Whether
it's
you
kind of
like
up to
it or
you.
Survival. It's a survival. It's so hot. In that
You know,
room.
actually, could you roll a Constitution save
It's a
if you
ghost
see one?
pepper.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a zombie pepper.
16 plus. What do I plus it with anything?
Yeah, there should be saves near your
At the top.
skills. Yeah, at the
Constitution.
top.
the amino acids are so different here that it
Wait,
actually
what?
poisons you.
So
It's third from
Constitution.
the
Yeah,
top.
I can't see, but it's around there
Third
somewhere.
from the top.
My Constitution is not in here.
Yes, it
too.
is.
Yes, it is. You just
Oh, right
don't
there.
see it.
Plus 2.
Okay.
So 18.
Okay, you're able to. Well, here's the thing: is it's actually burning your mouth in a way you've never tasted before. So will you choose to? You can try to keep it in your mouth because you've saved on your con, but it's odd. It's an odd sensation.
That's why you cook your shit outside.
Like, is it a good odd or a bad odd?
You're not sure what to make of it just yet.
I just keep eating it.
Okay, keep eating.
Because I love spicy food. I'm learning it now.
What is Cajun?
Don't worry, Owl. We're not gauging anything.
Oh yeah, what am I up to? Is, am
So-
I cooking or?
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're still
so
cooking.
so you're cooking for you're still gathering firewood.
I'm still gathering firewood.
Yeah,
My food's
you gotta find some dry wood, and then it's kind of harder.
Nothing wrong with spicy food.
Anyway,
got the Sandy Claus.
all right.
I want to know the end of this cliffhanger. Does she finish the food without doing so?
Without barfing.
So yeah, so you eat you eat, and it's a strange burning sensation going down. You've decided it's not poison, and maybe this is the local cuisine. And yeah, you guys are eating and drinking for a while. Are you going to stay here for the remainder of the day, or are you going to go and do anything else?
I was planning on just going to sleep.
I don't know. There's that much else to do in
Yeah.
this place.
I would probably at the earliest appropriate time.
You're retiring? Well, it's like
Yeah.
5 now, so you're just gonna stay. And
Yeah, just like my room.
Okay.
Whatever room I was
How,
given.
remind me, how passing is Alaska in your imagination?
Pretty well actually.
Okay, okay.
Just like normal Alaska, like it's basically the same.
Okay.
Right.
Well, just to let you know, Duncan is a good-looking man. Just letting you know.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay, I don't know.
No, that's fine.
Was Duncan the bartender?
No, Duncan is the man that came to sit with you.
We haven't asked Duncan about Luke's brother yet. Duncan, wait, Duncan, are you Luke's brother?
No, I am not Luke's brother. I'm not even from around here. I come from the city. I come to do occasional business. That's all.
What sort of business?
Oh, just various sort of trade agreements and whatnot.
What do you deal in?
Well, just mainly shipping up food from the plantation, actually.
So you deal with Luke's brother?
A little bit, but he's not here right now, is he?
I don't know, actually, because we've never met him. I think Luke knows, but he won't tell us.
Well, yes. Well,
So does he spend? Do you know if he spends a lot of time in town? If he does, where would he usually end up being? Do you ever meet him
Well,
here?
he has 2 brothers, and I'm looking for Jean. Unfortunately, Marcel, I've been told, passed recently.
Right. Well, we'll be more interested in meeting the alive one than the dead one.
Yes. I have not dealt with him yet, actually, but he's nowhere to be found.
Oh, so you only dealt with the dead one. How convenient.
What are you trying to imply, Outlander?
That I've been drinking for a bit.
Oh, well, I see that. Are you do you like games?
Sometimes.
Let us drink.
Oh no.
I'm literally drinking.
I don't like those kind of games. Alright, what's the rules?
We both drink. First one who passes out has to buy the other one breakfast in the morning. How does that sound?
Is that just like an apple juice? Or is it
Breakfast?
actual-
Why
No,
breakfast?
it's alcoholic cider.
You don't? Do you do
want
not
this?
like breakfast?
I'm just wondering where we would be that it ends up breakfast
It's-
being the
I think it's gonna
question.
be C.
Anyway.
Well, are you planning on staying at the inn tonight? This is where I'm staying.
Yes, I think
Or
so.
maybe it was Okanagan.
all right, what are we drinking?
So
Okanagan.
let us drink ale.
I thought
That
it
is
was-
what I'm for.
Alright, so unfortunately I've had a bit of a head start though, haven't I?
Yes,
In
I
the
will.
interest of fairness, you have to drink
actually by-
6 beers to catch up to me.
Have you actually drank
Actually
6
owned
beers?
by Molson.
He doesn't know that.
He was in here since
No,
the
but
time you're
Molson's
here.
cider is from Ontario.
Okay, here, hold on.
Because we
I
have
could do
so
a
many
little bit
apples.
of,
Okay, he says
Oh,
that
all the
is
ciders, they're from
way
Ontario.
too many beers.
The only ones that aren't.
Too many beers to drink? Well, I think, my friend, if
No,
you
no.
can't handle 6 beers, we've already
I'm not
done
drinking.
one.
Drinking 6
Angry
beers
Orchard,
will
which I also love.
do
It's
more
from
than just
Ohio.
catch me up.
Yeah.
Well, I'll give you a bit of a handicap. Just do half. 3.
Shorbo. It's British.
How many? Just tell me the character. How many has your character had so far?
2.
It
2.
doesn't taste like
No, I will have-
ice.
I will have
It
2.
tastes more like just
I didn't say that to him that I had 2.
angry.
No,
say
but
that I
but
had
let's just
6.
say maybe he figured it out.
And this is
Okay.
actually smart,
Alright.
but it's so good. And actually, because it
So okay, so you guys are going to have a drinking contest.
I'm already gone in my room, by the way. Like
You're already to your room.
that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's where I would have gone at that point.
Okay. Luke has followed you.
Oh god. Does Luke have his own room?
No one has made such arrangements yet.
He's gonna share a bed with you.
Just to let you know, the rooms actually do have 2 beds each.
Well, we've all had a turn with him. Now it's your turn.
God damn. All right. Whatever.
Okay, and he still has his lantern with you, so the room is bright.
Oh my god, you can't turn off the lights when you sleep.
God damn it. Like I'm actually saying.
What's that?
Tear, damn it.
What are you doing? Are you just gonna try and
Well, you
sleep?
just
in?
said-
Under my breath, I'd be like, tear, damn it. And I was like, okay. Fine.
Okay.
Here's my god. Doesn't have to be your god.
He happens to be staring in the exact same position. Like he's like kind of looking right at you as you're kind of settling down, probably.
Yeah. It's like, what are you doing?
What,
Settling down. How about
I just
unsettling
lay.
down?
Yeah, I just lay down.
Okay. Try to turn your back type of thing. Okay.
Sure.
You're seriously gonna turn your back down?
Ah. All right.
Okay. Moore, what are you doing? These two are. Bevan is drinking with a local. They're trying to drink each other at the moment.
You have to sleep
What are you doing?
I'm just
I'll
looking at
sleep
them
in
being
any
like
condition.
foolish humans.
Okay.
I'm finishing up my food.
So I'm gonna drink. So he drinks 2 to get caught up.
Yeah. So you're both the same place now.
So
Send everything.
how is it working? Is it like 1 sip and then the next half of it?
I'm
or
gonna
how's
do
it-
per ale.
Cause I'm gonna drink about 2 more ales.
Okay.
Then I'm gonna put him to sleep.
Okay. All right.
That's me.
And I'm going to be doing every attempt at deception and
You
making
right
sure
now
that
with
this
the chips.
works as smoothly as possible.
Okay. So
Literally, me with the chips.
okay. So you are gonna have 2 ales. What's your constitution?
11.
Okay. Roll a Constitution save. Roll 2 saves actually, and subtract 4 copper.
Oh.
Wait, no. How much is ale? Ale's more than that, I think. Wait, how much did I say it was?
It was
4.
4.
Okay.
So I got 2 for 8.
Okay. So
So
subtract
the save
8
is
copper
the
then.
And it's the end of the second. And
Well,
it
I'll
comes
throw a
four
silver
shots
again
against
and
them.
not bother getting the change.
Okay.
It is 3 to 2.
Gerald seems to kind of warm up to you. He's like, oh, thank you,
Well,
Outlander.
you
That's
do.
very kind of you.
So 16 on my first roll.
Okay, he's already getting quite a buzz on with the first drink. Well,
actually so
third
good.
drink now.
It wasn't good for a while.
Okay, roll again.
It's good down.
8.
Okay, you're starting to feel a little tipsy. Okay,
And
now
then-
how are you planning on putting him to
like-
sleep?
It's actually really good. And then
I know you have the
set it
spell.
so
What are
that
the
my
components?
favorite
I
cheese.
believe there's probably a
They're
It's
verbal.
actually
verbal,
And
somatic,
somatic.
and M materials. So there's
Okay.
sand or something.
So you will
I'm
need
looking
to. Supposedly, you're
I'm
probably
looking
going to
at
want
team
to
leaders right now.
not make this visible, or
This
you're
is
going to
bad.
make no attempt to
Why
hide
is
that you're
it
casting a
moving?
spell.
The team
I'll
leader
kind of be
remains
all
in
chatty
safe
and kind of talking
And-
with him and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And you know,
Yeah.
after he drinks it,
Confession.
he has his last drink. I'll just go,
Bjork or something.
"That's
I'm
4, isn't it, for you?" And then,
Sorry, you do what?
so I'll just kind of like pat him on his shoulder,
Oh,
like,
and-
"So,
Okay.
did you
4
see
down,
that
eh?
for you?
Okay.
And he like breaks
You're
leg.
looking tired,
Broke his
friend."
leg.
So I'm gonna say to disguise the components to make it look like you're doing something else is probably gonna be at least a deception check. I'd say if anything.
And Dave
Deception
Backus
is
just got
8.
back from diverticulitis.
Total of 8. Okay, and then let's see, how does sleep work again? You rolled up to
5d8 worth of hit points.
yeah. So you roll those to see if you can put him to sleep.
7, 9,
Why did we trade Sagan away? Sagan scores
13,
twice.
14, 19.
19. Okay, he goes to sleep. Okay. All right, he goes to sleep.
I got breakfast in the morning at least.
All right.
Sleep well, Duncan.
Am I
So
still
now
outside?
it's just you and Moore. Yeah. So at this point, you're cooking.
Okay.
I'll have to see how long it lasts. When he wakes up, I'll just tell him that he drank too much.
Hmm.
Oh, it only lasts 1 minute.
Okay.
Okay, well, so when he wakes up,
Okay.
I'll act like he was out for like about an hour.
What are you gonna do? Set all the clocks back to?
Clocks.
Okay.
What do you think we are?
He wakes up. He says, "You cast a spell on me."
A spell?
Yes.
We've been drinking and you couldn't hold your liquor.
No. I could tell what you were doing.
You cast a spell on me.
You
Yeah.
could tell what I was doing.
Yes.
Are you some sort of a wizard?
Well, no.
Neither am I.
But I
Isn't
saw
that
I saw
funny?
what you did there.
What did I do?
You made some sort of a strange gesture.
A gesture.
Yes.
Is it something
You are
like
a
this?
cheat.
You've been drinking quite a bit, my friend. That's the last thing that I said before you drank your last
Right now.
bit of
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I have,
ale and looked like quite the welterweight.
I have a right mind to
So cute.
talk to the constable about this.
So you're going to tell the constable that I cast a magic spell upon you, and not that you were
maybe
drinking
not so
and
cute
passed
anymore.
out.
Oh, yes. Whose
You're
word do you
fine.
think he's going to believe? A strange outlander or a reputable businessman?
Or a drinker? The
I don't-
man who challenged me to a drinking contest? It wasn't my
It's a
idea.
cat. I thought it was
He
a
kind of storms off in a huff.
There goes my
You were-
breakfast.
You went from being your friend to not so much.
Hmm?
You went from being your friend to not so much.
Yeah, well,
Finally, it begins to get dark, and a fire is lit in the common room, and
Oh my god, I'm still outside.
it's nice. Yeah, it's getting pretty cold out, but you have your own fire going, and you've cooked and you've eaten.
I call up to Galmar. Maybe you should come in. They did say to lock the door.
Alright, so I put out my fire and I gather whatever I had left. I gather my stuff and I come inside
Okay.
and lock the doors.
before I go to bed, I'll tell the innkeeper that Duncan's paying for my breakfast to make sure it's ready.
I heard him say something about magic.
I didn't hear that. I certainly didn't hear any magic.
Am I on you?
I can assure you, dear barkeep, he is no mage.
I can assure you as well.
In sorcerer, Luke says as you startle awake.
Ah, fuck. What?
The Dagon of house born through Shaolin living on life, scorn, and then goes back to he's just holding his lantern.
God. And then I get up.
Wait,
And then,
he
And he's not even on the bed. He's sitting in the
oh, he
corner.
better not be.
No, there's two beds, but he's sitting in the corner with his lantern.
All right. So then I kind of get up because I was barely sleeping out as it is, and then I kind of say, "Let's go, Luke." I open the door and I say, "Let's go."
You push him out.
No, I'm just saying, walk with me.
Okay.
And then I go down to like where everyone
Okay.
else is and
Okay, you guys see.
Hey guys, Luke said something.
Gilmar, you went inside, right? You put out your fire.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was
your turn?
inside.
Okay.
Luke
Do you have your owl with you still? Actually, roll a beast handling check
A beast handling?
or animal handling.
Oh wait,
This,
is that,
this
that's
owl
not
really wants to get out of here.
Well, not necessarily on this stuff. So.
16.
Okay. All right, so you come back in, and people are giving you a very suspicious look.
Me?
Yeah, and they're looking at your owl, looking at your ears.
I'm a little bit drunk.
My eyes are up here. Okay.
I heard you guys don't like sorcerers. I've seen her talk to animals.
Are you trying to stir the pot?
How
there,
much have
Devin?
you drank?
Was it 10? Because I had 6 before we started, and then
Jesus.
something like 10.
Why don't you get to bed, Barry?
There's sorry. So you
Yeah,
come
so
down.
I'm down with Luke, assuming he's fallen.
Yeah.
And then I go, hey guys, Luke said something. How about you spend some time to get more info out of him? And I kind of leave Luke with them.
Okay. He kind of just stands there.
Yeah,
with
and I
his
say, okay,
like-
you, Luke, tell them. And
You
then I
bastard.
walk away, and then I lock my door.
Okay.
You bastard.
And I fall asleep. Or at least try to.
Luke's standing there uncomfortably as you guys are sitting there.
He's looking uncomfortable. He's changed. He's showing some expression.
Well, it would look uncomfortable to do it
You've
yourself.
come so far, Luke. Come so far.
Hi, Luke. I heard you said something. Can you say it again? Or not?
No, you can't.
Hey, Alaska, why don't you get him to talk?
I'm not here
Alaska's in
anymore.
the room.
I'm in my room.
Oh.
You can knock on my door if you want.
She left Luke with us.
Yeah. I went right
I've
back up the
got an
stairs.
idea.
Great.
Bartender, did the bartender pack up and
No, he's still working.
Does the
Bring
bartender know?
some of your ale for our friend Luke here. He looks thirsty.
Loose lips sink ships.
Ah.
I don't really want him. I don't
Okay,
think
so
having him drunk
you're
is
gonna
a
pay.
good
So
idea.
so.
I want to
who's
see if
gonna
he
pay?
drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can pay.
Here, give me 5 coppers back on this silver.
Okay, he does, and you have you get a nail.
So
Luke,
Luke,
would you like a
do you like this?
Oh, I know where this is.
For our listeners, Dave is just sitting there.
Our DM is.
I'll kind of
Blanks.
pick the drink up and kind of just put it like towards his mouth. So you take a drink, Luke.
You're just pressing it up against his lips.
Nope.
Well, I'm not going to be left with this, so good night.
You and me, elf. Here, have an ale.
I take the ale
I've
and
already
I
had
sniff
like
it.
15 of these.
I take the ale, I sniff it, I decide I don't trust it, and I leave it on the counter.
What did it ever do to you?
I don't
Fine,
drink.
I'll drink it.
He slurs slurrily.
Swirling.
Roll a Constitution save.
Strong ale. 16.
Okay, you're sufficiently buzzed, just to let you know. You are drunk more or less, not heavily drunk, but you are drunk. Yes. So there is that. Yeah, he's not taking it. So yeah, you offer it to your friend. He does not take it either. But anyway,
Wait, sorry, is Luke still with us?
Yeah, he's still with you.
And he doesn't want to drink?
He hasn't died
He doesn't
yet.
seem to respond to it. No.
One of you is going to have to take him to your bed.
Not me.
You can rock, paper,
Puts
scissors.
finger to nose.
So 5 silver for a room if you're taking it. 5 silver for a room. So you take it off your sheet if you actually bought a room.
See,
Just let you know, each room has 2 beds. So
just so you know, Alf, what I'm not doing is
So
sleeping
if I
alone in
shared-
a room with Luke staring at me. So
So wait.
we
so
may need to
if
get
I go
Luke
and
a
stay room
room.
in Alaska, do I have to pay $5? Like
No.
5 things? Or
no, you could knock on Alaska's door.
Alaska.
Shut up! And I does this
Alaska,
door have
if-
one of those like secondary locks where like it lets me slightly open it? Or is this one of those?
No.
So what's the locking mechanism?
Cruder than what we have. It's like a key, like a.
Is
Oh,
it a
I was gonna say,
bar
is it
or
just the one
something?
that slides across?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
But there was 2 beds in Alaska's room.
Yeah.
So I'm just going Alaska. You got a free bed in there?
Is he with you?
No, he's not. Do not worry.
Is he-
I will
is he
lock it
near
behind-
you?
No, he's not. He's with the other
Alright, I
two.
quickly open the door and close it.
So are you sleeping in a tree or are we
I'm inside.
sharing a room with Luke?
Can I not sleep for free
Well,
in the dining area?
Don't you not sleep?
I trance
Yeah, so like
for
you-
4 hours.
Well, even better, you can trance
In the
at
same
Luke.
room.
Me and Luke will just stare at each
Trance.
other.
You can rave together, you're both trancing.
Because I'm a little bit drunk, but I'm not drunk enough to go to sleep with Luke staring at me.
So I guess me and Luke are just gonna stare at each other for 4
you can
hours.
do that. You can do that.
So can I stay in the bar and just trance in a chair for free?
Yeah, you could stay in the common room and do that probably.
All right. Well,
You might not. The thing is, you don't have total lucidity in a trance. Just to let you know, like
No, I
it's
know.
like. But so if you
I'm
feel
confident
safe,
that Luke's not gonna murder me.
if
in
you
my
feel
sleep.
safe doing that, then sure.
I feel confident he's not gonna murder me in my sleep.
Okay.
If we hear
I
any screaming,
don't.
we'll
Well, the bartender's there, right?
Yeah.
So for at least 3 of those hours, assuming it's like cutoff time, he'll be there anyways. So.
Yeah.
And we've got the lantern, right?
Always got the lantern.
as long as it doesn't go out.
Okay. So who's still in the bar? We have you and Gilmar and Bevan. Stay with Luke and you're doing anything in particular, or just gonna keep drinking, eating, or
Yeah,
are
but
you gonna eat?
at this point, I'll get some food.
Yeah,
and
okay,
then I guess. Well, how much is the food in the room?
Food is the room is 5
Or-
silver.
Bevan, do we want to split a room?
5 silver.
We'll split the cost of a room.
Okay.
The room has 2 beds.
I won't argue.
While I'm sleeping.
I'm sorry.
I won't argue with that.
Mm.
I'll do the same. I'll give him a gold piece as well.
What the fuck did you do?
I stabbed myself
Okay.
with a pencil.
Oh.
The food is different, but roll. I'd say roll con.
I'm the only
check,
one who
sure.
hasn't eaten the food, so I'd like to point out that if you guys get sick tomorrow morning, it's not my fault. I also didn't drink their ale.
Con check?
Con save.
18.
Okay, so you were able to resist spitting it out, but it does have it has a bit of a painful sensation to eat. It's different than what you're used to.
What food is it?
It's very savory. It's seafood, pretty much. It's like,
Pretty much what I had.
yeah.
Spicy. I like it.
It's spicy.
You have some rice with it as well. You both got rice. And it's kind of a stew. Yeah, so the evening, it gets into the late hours of the evening, and clientele starts to fall off.
Does Luke go look at the food at all? Does he look like he's getting hungry or anything?
No, but he's sad at this point. He's still holding his lantern.
I'll kind of boringly just kind of like flick his lantern a bit and see if he like reacts.
What are you doing?
Just want to see if he does anything.
Stirring the fucking pot, Larry.
He kind
You're
of
not
he
there,
kind
right?
of jerks
You're
a
not
little,
there.
I'm not. I'm just saying.
sort of.
I'm just commenting.
Do you like to talk about your lantern, maybe, Luke?
The mother stern of child, lifeless, found, heralds evil of night, a time unbound.
Slow down.
Jesus.
Try to kind of put your thoughts together before you
So-
start talking about your lantern some more.
Is he the child, or are we supposed to find a child, or is a child at risk?
I think
Or
you
is
might be
it
saying
like
something
a-
about his mother was very stern to him when he was a child. And maybe it has something to do with the lantern, because I got him talking. Maybe she wouldn't let him have a nightlight. And that's why he always has one on now. Because I bet he didn't have a nightlight once and something happened.
You're going with mommy issues?
I'm going with there was probably a much worse issues than mommy when the lights went out.
So eventually it gets dark. Do you go up to a room and?
Well, I was still trying to get him talking more about his little
Okay.
lantern and his
Okay.
mother and stuff.
All right.
So,
What are you gonna do?
Did your mother try to take the lantern away? And I'll kind of flick the lantern a bit just to kind of see if it keeps him.
Kind of pulls his lantern away a little bit.
Hmm. All right. Well, that's
No,
got
I know what
something
I'm
out of
doing when I'm
him.
driving.
You're yelling.
He sidles up
That's what I'm doing.
towards Gailmar.
Wait, what? Sorry, I wasn't.
He gets close to you. He just kind of sits beside you.
And where did you go?
Oh, I asked him if his mom ever took his lantern away, and I kind of flicked it. See if we got any reaction out of him, and he got all kind of.
And he moved closer to me.
Yeah.
Why does he want to move closer to me? I'm the
Because
one that put
you
out his...
didn't flick his lantern.
I
see?
put the lantern out originally.
Oh, yeah, do you remember, Luke? that the elf put your lantern out once?
Although I'm tempted to do it again just to see what happens.
Oh my God,
Not
people are
now.
horrible.
Not with like an extra lantern or something. You know what?
Yeah,
Are
but I
there
can
any
get
are there any lanterns or like kind of torches or anything like on the wall at all or?
At this hour, it's just the fireplace.
Is there? I have a torch.
I also have torches.
I'm gonna take a torch and I'm gonna go over and light it in the fire.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring it back and trade, Luke.
How are
If
you
you
going?
can get it out of his grasp.
Are you going to try and
Like
take?
offer a trade.
I'm gonna kind of like try to offer the torch.
Okay.
Like, for the
There's no
lantern.
reaction.
I'm going to try to gently sort of take the lantern away and give him the torch. Just
He starts to
I don't
make a
think
very
it's
loud sound.
the light necessarily. There's got to be something special about this lantern.
And we're still going with the theory of the mommy issues and something bad happening to him. Was he the child in the story?
I think Duncan said that the rest of his family's dead except for one of his brothers.
One of his
I
brothers.
think one of his brothers
What's
died
the
recently.
gypsy told us about? I'm not.
You're not there.
I'm not there, brother.
And
Can't
I don't know this because I wasn't there either.
Yes, you were. You should be.
I was in the forest. I was cooking. I was outside.
Yeah, she wasn't there for Duncan. I'll let you know then that Duncan let us know that Luke's family is actually deceased.
So this Duncan knew Luke's family?
He did some trading with one of his brothers. I guess the dead one. He hasn't says he hasn't met the live one yet.
Do we know the name of the live brother?
Didn't the gypsy tell us?
No, that was
he
the dead one.
mentioned the name. I don't recall the names.
I was gonna say, what if we had mentioned the name to Luke and see if we got any reaction from the name of his second brother?
Yeah, if I can recall it, we'll mention both the names of his brothers to him.
Do you have both their names?
Duncan told them to us. He mentioned one of them was dead. And he mentioned that he hadn't met the
Right,
other
yes,
one yet.
Marcel and Jean.
Jean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think
What was it?
Jean's the dead one, right? And Marcel's the one that he.
Marcel died.
Marcel died, and he was the one that he was trading with, and he says he hasn't met Jean yet. So, and we've mentioned, I think, Marcel to him in the past.
And he hasn't reacted.
But Jean, Luke.
Luke, do you know who Jean is?
Has Jean ever tried to take your lantern away?
Luke, who gave you the lantern? Did your mother give you the lantern? Did Jean give you the lantern?
He said something about a sorcerer or something. Did the sorcerer give you the lantern? Who is the sorcerer?
Or did the sorcerer make bad things happen before the lantern?
What happens when the lantern goes out, Luke?
Luke, do you see things? What if Luke sees things that we don't?
Like lanterns.
Green lanterns? Are the lanterns green?
The lantern is normal color. There's no green light.
So seems like we get one shot. We get
Well, we got
something
two.
that interests him, and he says something, but
We
then
got
he
two.
stops.
We got two things tonight. Although Alaska was less than helpful.
I'm not there.
I know. I can throw all the shade I want.
So something about sorcerers,
No Tino shit.
moms, fire. And the first things he said were like about, I think, kind of like the prophecy stuff, right?
And yes, and something about a mother and a son, and yeah, the rest kind of escaped my memory.
We should probably get ready for next time we get him to say something. We could have it. We could write it down.
But
Like,
we
as
probably
characters, so that we could recall it.
The problem is we never know when he's gonna say something.
Do any of us have writing tools or anything that we could write it down?
Should be. Oh, you're actually asking about in character?
Yeah.
I have.
You're not there.
Oh, no.
You were
What's a
good.
mess kit? I'm asking out of character.
That's like plates and stuff.
Yeah, pots and
Oh, okay.
pans.
Now back in character, I'm telling you, I have nothing that I could use for writing.
Yeah. Should go to maybe see that priest.
Right now,
Is it nighttime yet?
Yeah, it's not at this point.
It's an emergency.
I don't think we should go
though.
outside
It's a total emergency.
because Luke spoke.
Hmm?
Because Luke spoke,
He doesn't usually speak.
and he's spoken twice in one night. But I'm not opening the door because this town gives me a weird feeling.
Right. We're not even supposed to be here when it's dark.
Be here in the inn or be
In
here
the town,
in the
remember?
town.
It was just like steer clear of that place when it's dark, dude.
But the villagers seem to do just fine.
Yeah, they do just fine. We're not villagers. I come from the big city, man.
I come from the woods.
It's
You'll-
late night drunk rambling.
Yeah.
I'm talking with a drunkard. Is he gonna remember what I'm saying in the morning?
Not if you cast sleep on me.
It'll only last a minute though.
Should we head off to bed and just hope that Luke seems more energized in the morning?
Yeah. He'll be excited then. He'll probably sing us a song about the morning.
Oh, you sound very optimistic that he's gonna sing.
Not really. I don't think he's going to say anything. He might wake us up in the middle of the night screaming, though. I can see that happening, especially if his lantern goes out. Make sure you keep an eye on that when you're meditating, Elf.
I'm not fully conscious when I'm in my trance state.
Would you notice things like a lantern going out?
I actually don't know. Out of character now. I don't know what an elf trance is like.
It's I believe it's kind of like meditation more than anything. But you actually can get a full night's rest.
Devin is writing a song right now, but called Elf Trance.
I think there's I think you kind of dream, but not necessarily.
Dream?
Let me just refresh myself.
To sleep.
You meditate deeply, so you do remain
Nice.
semi-conscious for 4 hours.
Semi-conscious.
Yeah. Yeah, you can dream after a fashion. Such dreams are actually mental exercises that have become reflexive through years of practice. So, almost like lucid dreaming in a way. Very controlled lucid dreaming.
Try not to lucid dream about lanterns going in.
I'll do my best to keep watch during the night on Luke.
Okay, so it's you are dreaming more. You wake up every so often. You're trying to get a good rest, but something just isn't right. It's hard.
Are you in the room with Alaska?
It's hard.
Is Alaska awake?
Not that. It's sometimes you can't quite get comfortable, but there's other things on your mind too. It's hard to shake the feelings you've been getting. But you eventually you drift off, maybe for good.
For good.
For the night.
We go the next morning.
Let me rephrase that. For the night.
Fork died.
And it's a zombie. Zombie more zombie.
And you feel yourself getting a comfortable rest as you dream. And then you hear, hey.
What?
Come over here.
Most people would say,
Who?
who's that?
Who is this?
Get over here.
No.
Under the bed.
Oh no!
And more.
Oh my god! What is going on?
More.
Alaska, wake up!
Alaska's not in the room.
It's a nightmare. Wake up.
Oh god, I'm dreaming. I'm trying to wake myself up.
Okay. So how will you do that? Just
Like
close
a
your eyes,
perception.
or
I'm
Spin
just
the
like,
top.
trying to wake myself up, like pinching and
Oh, I gotta watch
close my
Okay.
eyes and everything.
and you see an object roll from under the bed and look right at you.
It's the Conjuring.
You see a head of a familiar face. He's grinning. He says, "I killed her. You will never have her back."
Oh snap!
And your god is gone. And you wake up.
Oh my god, what?
Waking up screaming or just like
You wake up. How you want to react to that? It's up to you. In fact, you know what? Roll a wisdom save.
What?
Oh god, wisdom?
Yeah.
Where's my wisdom? 8.
oh god.
Okay. Yeah. You wake up. Visibly shaken and audibly like yelling.
Really?
Yes.
Can I roll to see if I wake up
or
because of this
is this the
noise?
middle of the night or?
Yeah, it's the middle of the night. Yeah, Alaska, you can roll to see if you wake up. Perception check, I guess.
Okay. 15 plus -1.
Well, actually, perception would be. I mean, of course you can hear. It's more of whether you want to try and not wake up, right? So I'll say.
I'm a deep sleeper, so
I'll say wisdom save actually.
Okay,
So
so-
you can keep the roll.
15 plus -1.
Okay. No, it doesn't wake you.
Yeah, that's right.
Heavy.
Not
sleeper.
fully anyway. You might maybe hear something.
In my dream, I say, "Shut up."
Yeah, pretty much. So you are alone in the room only with Alaska now.
Just laying in bed, just like, what the hell just happened? I try to go back to sleep.
Okay. All right. And Bevan, you retired, right?
I was also 5 drinks.
Sorry?
I was also 5 drinks in, and I definitely tried to go to sleep after.
Yeah, you took a room, and
Would
okay.
anybody else have heard me screaming?
I wouldn't say it was necessarily that loud,
Like-
but it was like
Okay.
maybe how
Probably
I
just
know
more
in my
like,
sleep, but maybe a little bit louder.
Okay, yeah.
Like somebody else in the house might not hear it, but if you're in the same room. Yeah. So yeah, you guys wake up to the pale gray light shining in through your curtains. It's another day in the village of Marais de Terrasse.
Village of the Damned.
I get up and I go and sit down at the table and wait for the barkeeper to bring me my breakfast.
Oh Jesus.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you take any damage from being so, inebriated? Would he still be?
No, he's
Hungover?
slept it off. I mean,
No
you
headaches, no nothing?
maybe a bit of a headache. You're how many drinks did you have total actually?
Actually,
Yeah.
5.
5? You're alright. I did some
that's
rolls.
And
You,
I
you
had
weren't too bad. Like maybe a bit
2
of a headache.
fails, right?
Like, yeah, maybe some water would be good, but or maybe a little bit of the hair of the dog that they use, depending on how you handle the
and that
situation.
breakfast at Duncan was me.
Yeah, they bring you some eggs and some pork fat,
Ugh.
like not pork fat, like a fatty part of the pig, like bacon basically.
Or the hind.
Yeah.
The rump.
That's it.
What?
Okay, what's everyone doing? Coming down to the common room and
I'd probably wake up first because I went to bed
starting
earlier.
eating? Okay.
So then I'd wake up.
Okay. So
Get ready.
Well, myself and Bevan are both going to use the washroom for a second.
okay.
I came out of my trance, and I guess me and Luke are going
Yeah,
to
you probably
breakfast.
already be down there. Yeah.
Luke
So
is coming with me.
so you're gonna order breakfast?
Breakfast.
Yeah. And I'm coming down the stairs and I'm like hungry too, and I'm not a good morning person.
Oh, perfect. So I
Okay.
tell
And I go.
I tell Alaska, here you go. Take Luke. I'm going hunting.
Luke, go upstairs. There's a bed for you. I left the door unlocked. I know I wouldn't actually.
Okay, you go hunting.
Yup.
Moore, you're awake as well.
I'll do my hunter-gatherer thing.
Okay, so you guys both going out into the swamp and looking for some food.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you're able to find some.
I'm a cheapskate.
And you and Bevan are eating here, I'm assuming.
Yeah, just
Okay.
'cause it's-
So yeah, you get the same dish if you want for what was it? How much was it for food? I think I said, was it 3 copper or 3 silver?
Whatever it is, it's free.
Oh right, it's free for you, so yeah, you're fine. And he says, I hope you will be here again tonight to perform.
I don't have plans to leave for now until the storm or whatever clears up. So
Some of the villagers are quite taken by you.
I'm sure they are.
You're quite the spectacle.
Can't handle Alaska.
Wait. Did she come
Who's
out
handling
purse
Alaska?
first?
Oh yeah. Shield first.
The storm continues to build outside.
Satchel.
Satchel away.
I wonder when the clouds will finally part with the rain.
I think there's a song about that.
Soon, I hope.
Probably. As a matter of fact, I think I might sing it right now.
Perform check.
15, sorry.
Okay. Like, I like your strange music. It
The song of your people.
it soothes my nerves.
That's what the ladies tell me.
All right, so you two, you go out, and you are going out to the swamp to hunt.
Out swamping.
Out swamping, indeed.
Such a wonderful date.
A wonderful date or a wonderful day.
Date. I'm being
Oh, I see.
sarcastic.
You guys are on a date together.
I'm being
Oh, yeah.
sarcastic.
That's cute. All right. Anyway, one moment, please.
Although it'd be so much easier if we just found berries and then we wouldn't have to cook this shit.
Okay, so yeah, you go out, you hunt, you eat, And what's everyone doing after they finish their morning routine? You'll need to actually no, with your trancing you're fine. You have to prepare spells at the beginning of the day, and so do you actually more. But
Wait, what do you mean?
so that's just an hour, but you can do it without too much problem because you would have woken up early anyway with your trancing. You will need to take an extra bit of time to pray to your god and regain spells.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna pray to my god and be like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like read your Bible or whatever the equivalent is and things like that.
no, I know my hymns. I don't need a Bible.
Hymns and hers songs.
All right. So what's everyone doing? You've eaten.
Okay, so what? We're back in the.
You're back in. You're going back to the inn.
Yep.
Okay.
So did what's his face end up ever saying anything to you guys?
Who's that?
He was really annoying me.
Luke?
Yeah, whatever his name is. That's in character, by the way.
Yeah.
I don't
Lucas
care.
with you. Yeah, he was in your room all night. Just
We asked him about his lantern. He said something about his mom and a sorcerer
Yeah.
and
So he's got
something
mom
bad.
issues.
And,
Sorcerer issues.
And yeah, his mother, the sorcerer, and something about like something happened as a child.
Yeah, I heard a word. It was like carnage or something, and I wasn't
Yeah,
even
something
listening.
about rough childhood or rough
Yeah.
sorcerer.
But we couldn't make much of it.
Well, that's what you get. Oh, remember we can get a map. With the
Oh yeah, we wanted to
board.
get. I want to get
Yeah.
writing
Let's
materials
ask
from
the,
the priest so that we can write down
bartender.
the next time Luke goes nuts.
Barkeep.
Good. Maybe you can make a song of it.
Ooh, does the
Hey.
barkeep have writing tools?
I seriously
Don't
doubt
think so.
it.
Does this inn have a secretary
No.
or a receptionist?
Depending on the
What?
level of
Does
technological
this inn have a-
advancement,
No.
maybe he would.
Does this inn have a receptionist?
there's a barkeeper and there seems to be servants.
Was there a
Or
registry?
reception.
Was there like some paper?
No, not so much. You just got a key from the bar.
Maybe the
It's
guy
pretty
who's
casual.
gonna have the maps will also
Yeah.
have
Yeah,
paper
ink
stuff.
and shit.
Oh, you're asking the
Yeah.
the innkeeper?
Well,
Okay.
maybe
If there's anywhere we can get a map.
Well, it was more something. Do more.
Where's the map?
Was the guy's name Do More?
Mordor.
Mordu.
Mordor.
Mordor.
I know, that's what I
Mordu.
thought.
Mordu.
What's that from? Is that from something?
That's from Brave.
Oh.
The bear. Mordu.
Oh, right.
Je suis français.
Very good.
Français.
Okay, so you're gonna ask where you can get maps.
Well, I would have
I
already
want
asked
paper.
that. I
Yeah.
asked that already. So
I
you're
want
gonna-
a pen and paper.
General
A
store.
pen and paper. I want a pencil. I want a writing utensil. Whatever the heck they
A
use.
quill and
A
parchment?
quill and
All right there,
parchment.
child.
Thank you, Elf.
Eric Potter.
Are you gonna write some spells?
Eric Potter.
I am not a sorcerer, but
Such a
I also have a normal mortal
like
man's
diagonal.
memory. And
No, but
the
that's
next
the-
time
yeah.
our friend
The
Luke
joke is that he says
starts
diagonal.
talking about sorcerers and flames and mamas, I want to write it down.
What about her?
Hmm?
Or what about him?
What
Kind
am
of
I doing?
gestures to is the elf with you? Yeah.
Yeah.
So he kind of gestures to
chilling.
the elf.
What? Sorry, I wasn't listening.
I saw you had a familiar.
Huh? What?
Familiar.
What's a familiar?
Do you practice in the dark
She's
arts?
not that familiar with the owl. We just met him yesterday.
Faye?
Familiar. It's you're like a witch's partner.
You have to prove it's actually an owl.
Oh.
Like it's a real
Yeah.
just owl.
No. I found this guy in the woods.
That helps. Oh my god.
Well,
They're gonna burn you.
Familiar?
at
I don't
the
even
stake.
like him.
I can't say that to the owl.
a trained pet then?
A trained pet. To a certain degree. I have to give him
Alright.
food.
Perhaps I misjudged you. I am sorry, Faye.
Faye.
She's an elf. She's not a fae.
An elf. Well, it's the same thing, is it not?
Maybe.
What is a fae?
Like,
Character.
like our friend the pixie.
I'm pretty
Your character
sure.
as a wood elf, you would definitely know what a
Yes,
fae is.
that's
And generally, fae are woodland spirits, but you wouldn't consider yourself so much of a spirit. You consider yourself more of a humanoid, civilized person. Not civilized necessarily,
Spirits are
but,
civilized?
but like your
Our
wood elves are
our
very
pixie was a fae.
wood elves are very
Pixie
close
is
with the
right.
forest, but you're not naturally magical creatures. But he seems to consider you one of them
Unicorn
for whatever reason.
is a fae, I think.
Does he just not know any
My
better?
son's girlfriend.
You don't know. You could
has
ask
a
him.
thing for unicorns.
Oh my god.
He picked a unicorn sticker for her. It was
Well,
so cute.
I hope you have a good day. I do appreciate your patronage, and perhaps I have been a bit rude.
I hope we haven't been too patronizing.
Bless you.
Just,
Did you have pencil, a quill and paper, some sort of writing material? I would like to record the amazing thoughts of our friend Luke.
All right.
For
He brings
posterity.
you a piece of parchment. He says, "I'd like something for it."
Wonderful.
Title this The Journey of Luke.
Here's 2 coppers.
Thank you.
You have been a great help, my friend.
All right. He says, and starts playing
Not
some
really.
bucks.
I had to cook my food outside last night.
Would you say he sets the bar high?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm going to punch you.
Okay, so what's everyone doing? So, what's your name? Alaska. What are you doing?
What's my name?
Alaska.
dare you?
I keep saying like we can get maps.
Okay, so are you actually going out to get the map? Or are you gonna?
Yeah,
wait
I
for-
wouldn't go I'm not
Okay,
gonna lead the
okay.
charge, but I'm like,
Okay.
if you guys
Onward.
go.
So you guys are
To
sticking
the
together.
maps.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
cool. So,
I also am in agreement to go get the maps.
We could try taking the lantern away from Luke and just say, "Don't scream, just write it down." write it
So,
down."
Moore is currently preparing spells. You can wait
If
for
I
him to
take the
finish,
lantern
or you
in front of him,
can. The
will
three of
he
you can
follow
go.
me for the lantern?
I would know
I
that
think
you
you
would
kinda
be the
just
one who
follow
would read the map
you
anyways.
tell him
So like I'd follow you to get maps.
Okay.
I'm in
Let's
agreement
go
to go
get
get the
maps.
maps.
Let's go
Alright.
get maps.
Okay.
We'll just go in our little map.
All right.
So is it just us
Alright,
going on the
there,
map
Dorothy.
journey?
Yeah.
I'll follow the map land as well.
We don't have a boots. We can't
So,
go.
so you were given 2 places you could go to get maps. You could go to the
The priest and the Dumor.
or Mordu, yeah.
I would go to Mordu because I don't even know the priest. I'm not a priestly person. So
Okay. So just the 3 of you right now then?
Oh.
are you with us? Well, then it would be 4, right?
Oh, well, if you're gonna wait for Mordu to
No,
finish.
I'm talking about
The
token guy.
Oh,
Spider-
token. Oh, Luke. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
The 4 of you. That's right.
Yeah.
That's why I like wearing them. It's not flexible.
So if that's the 4, then sure, yeah, that's what it is.
Okay. All right. So, who's going up to the door?
Me.
Okay.
I'm gonna knock on the door.
Okay.
There's something.
What? Where?
It's a good
Where?
place to store the pencil.
Oh god.
So I'm gonna knock on the door and see if anybody answers.
Hey, John.
No.
Okay. The door opens. You see an older man.
Oh, crap.
Kind of a little bit short and corpulent, with kind of a bald head, kind of clean face, kind of varies from Game of Thrones, like him, but a little more squat and a little older. He says, "Oh, welcome. You are the Outlanders that showed up recently. Everyone's talking about you.
You are the happiest
Apparently.
person we've met so far.
You're not
Nobody
there.
else has talked to us.
You're
literally the only one not there.
He's astral protecting. All right.
So.
spell.
Hey, Johnny.
Hi, sir.
come.
You've actually given us a pretty warm reception.
Oh, come in, please, please.
showing you
And he pulls you in and has you sit down, and he opens an earthen jar with some sort of a red candy, and he gives it all to you. It's very much like red licorice, actually. And he says, "Oh, yes. What are you here about?"
We're here about. We heard you make excellent maps.
I do not make maps, but I have maps.
You sell maps.
I could lend you one. Yes, you have to promise to be careful with it.
Absolutely.
I'm a collector of much literature and information.
Would we need?
I'd like to know all about you.
I'd like to know about these candies.
Would
What
we
are
need
they?
a-
They're delicious.
Oh yes,
I haven't
That's-
eaten one yet. Keep in mind.
We'd have to check that up again.
That's
We'd have
he
to
says
ask.
that is
It says I have to
red
present
licorice. I get it from
geography
the
that recalls
confectioner.
rail trains.
Isn't it?
So you
It
might
is
just-
very good. I can't get enough of the stuff, as he says as
You
he
might
starts
can
eating
just
some.
summarize it. You just have to
Okay,
go
I'll
through
eat
the
one if you
process.
ate one.
Tastes pretty much like cherry licorice.
I'm just kind of browsing. I assume there's shelvings of some capacity. He's a store, right?
No, it's just a guy's home pretty much.
Okay, well, I still
But he
look
has
around and, like,
shelves of
something
books. It's just
Yeah, yeah.
piles.
I'm just looking around while
Yeah.
the main conversation is going.
What's that?
So I'm just looking around while the main conversation is
Wait.
going.
Okay.
Did I get left with Luke?
No, Luke's here. Luke's here.
Luke generally follows the.
Yeah.
He's with you guys.
Okay.
Wait, why is Luke following me?
He's just with you guys. That's what he does.
So at this point, you could grab the map and do all.
I wrote down though that I have an extra one of Luke's lanterns. I think too, because he's holding one, but I have one on my inventory.
Oh, right,
so
because we
I
took a
can-
lantern.
Yeah, we took an extra one just in case. I think.
Katie, could you
Will
get
Luke
me a piece of paper
switch
from the office?
lanterns?
There should be some on top of the computer desk.
I took one of the other lanterns that was at that
Yeah.
place.
Yeah,
so
sure.
I'm gonna see if swap the lantern.
None. Now?
Not now.
What?
We're in like the guys.
Yeah, I know, but I just had this idea and I react.
Okay, so you are you going to forcibly take it from him and put the other one in his hand?
Let's not do
kinda,
that.
Kind of at the same time.
Let's not before he
Okay.
does that. I'm like, let's not do that in.
But come on, I want to experiment.
We'll do that outside.
Yeah, in the hall.
Oh, what are you experimenting with?
Oh dear
Luke.
God.
Oh,
He doesn't talk.
Luke.
In case you haven't noticed.
Oh yes.
Do you know
that's,
Luke?
That's a shame. I know Luke. I know.
Do you know Luke's brother?
Yes. Well, I know. I don't know him
The
very
live
well,
one?
but I know of him. I see him
Do
around
you know
town.
both his brothers?
Yes. Yes.
We've heard about one of his brothers, and then we just found out that he actually has a second brother.
Oh yes.
Can you tell us more about the second brother, the one who's still alive?
Yes, Gene.
Gene, yes,
Gene
Gene.
does. He does most of the work for the plantation, I believe. He's a an interesting man, I suppose. He's I don't know him personally. He dresses well. Yes. His family has been here for quite some time. They established this town many years ago.
Really?
Yes.
Um,
This town is named after them, in fact.
Have I joined everyone yet?
No, you need to take an hour. You'll be there for a bit longer.
And can you tell us anything about their mother? Do you know their mother? Or?
Oh, their mother passed some years ago. Nice woman.
If you don't mind me asking, do you know how she passed?
Yes, she passed giving birth to Luke here. Actually, that's what I hear.
Ooh.
At least that's what they say. Now I don't know if I believe that. There's some
Why-
strange things going on in this town.
And
Doesn't
what do
involve
you
licorice.
what do you believe? What do you believe about Luke's mother? Or have you heard any other theories?
I believe she was perhaps the first victim
A victim?
in this town
Smell.
to the cult.
What?
What cult?
The cult of the swamp god. Thus concludes another episode in our Night of the Walking Dead series on Daving Throw, a tabletop RPG podcast. If you've enjoyed this content, please don't forget to like and subscribe. This is Dave the DM, wishing you safe travels.